Hello and welcome to the final episode, or I guess I should say live stream for our House Wynter series. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Of course, we've already finished the playthrough, and what I want to do is take a look at the Wynter dynasty, all of the other big dynasties in our story, maybe even the dragons, just kind of see what all the characters got up to and whatnot, and how things such as the Westerlands are controlled by the Liddens, because this is all stuff well, I may have looked at briefly, but we don't know in detail. Also, thank you to everyone tuning in live. If you have any questions or things you want to check out, then make sure to post them in the chat and I'll add them to the list. I think the way we're going to structure this, we'll start with the Wynters, because that seems to make the most sense. We have 167 living members. Hopefully the dynasty tree doesn't crash the game. But yeah, and then we'll look at all of the other minor houses in the north, or the Winterlands, I guess I should say, and we'll work our way down. Maybe we should do the Targaryens second. How's the mic and everything, by the way, guys? I completely forgot to set up streaming. Hopefully you can hear the music as well. On the new PC. I still need to set everything up. Right. Should we start with the Wynter dynasty? I think let's clear the pin list, because we're gonna want to use that to get organized today. Just in case, what I want to do here is go all the way back to Elric. There he is. And let's just pin... Oh, you can't pin dead characters. Never mind. There goes that idea. Right. Let's take a look at the dynasty tree. Hopefully the PC hangs on. How's everyone doing, though? Nice to see you on chat. Jackal, Tuna, Lucas, Elcox, Jaeger, Nora, Gima, Chris. All welcome to the stream. Never pay attention to the music. As long as it's not too loud and you can hear it, that's fine. I'm using a different method to add music to the stream today. It's all an experimentation. It's already starting to lag as well. I found out what was killing the performance of this save. It was actually roads to power. Funny thing is, I can't actually launch this save without enabling the DLC now, which is stupid because the DLC is for a different version of the game. Also, when I load the game, it doesn't have the Game of Thrones loading screen. It has the Roads to Power one. It's all weird stuff. But yeah, Roads to Power has done weird things. Look at the dynasty tree, guys. I can't zoom out any more than this. How we're gonna go through this, I don't really know. Maybe going through the normal character view is the best. Can I want to know. Also, my PC is firing up. Can I check titles here? It just says their best title, right? The High Lordship of the Suvian Isles. I wonder if it's better to go through the character browser in-game rather than the dynasty tree, but we'll find it. So, of course, we started with Elric. You all know Elric. I would say that his goals of bringing a better north to the small folk has been achieved. I think his dynasty has actually stayed quite true to his original vision. How did he die? He died of old age as well. He had a very long life. 68. One more year and he would have reached the golden age. But alas, he didn't reach it. Do we want to go down the main branch first, or do we want to go down the secondary branches? I'm thinking the secondary branches because you guys already know the main branch from the videos. So we'll do that one last. Right. So, his youngest son, Lord Alaric of the Holdwater. He did have titles. He was slain in a duel. Can I see who slew him? Oh, we can open this view here. Okay. I'm learning new things even after 1400 hours. So it doesn't say who killed him, actually, which is unfortunate. But he did hold the Lordship of Holdwater. Where that's on the map, I'm not quite sure because I have to close this. He had a daughter, Shera Wynter. She died from a seizure, though. Was never landed. However, her eldest son, Lord Anos. I do remember an Anos. He died at 69 as well. What did you have? The province of Kratan Destroying. Should we go into the normal game view so we can look at these holdings? What do you guys think? Because if we have this, we can't see things. Appreciate the use of the names, by the way. It's my girlfriend's birthday and you used her name, so thanks for that. That's fine. Well, hopefully what I can do is when we go through the whole dynasty tree, you can kind of see what happened to your characters as well, which I think it's cool. Right. I'm thinking we might go to the map view. Also, we still have descendants of Alaric here. We have Merrill Wynter. He must be an Essos or something with the dyed hair. I mean, and they have heirs as well. Ah, you're a different dynasty. Okay, you have Bolton children. Mormonts. Onwards. I think we're sticking here for now. So Shira Wynter, she died from a seizure. She didn't hold lands of her own, but she did have 3 children. I think 2 sons and a daughter here. Or is it 2 daughters? I can't tell with that hair. The Lord Anos, he inherited the province of Kratan Destoin. Is that where the knots used to be? I'm not too sure. Shira Wynter. Oh, the knots are still alive. So Shira, 3rd son, she lost the first 2 from being sickly, but 3rd time's the charm, had a knot child, so the knots are still alive. That's nice. I like that. And then Mattress Wynter, he also died. He died in his sleep, sorry. But he has many descendants. None of them Wynters, though. I mean, all of his grandchildren are not Wynters. Alan's still alive as well, actually. He's 48. So Elias Wynter here, he has Mormont children. He is married to... Oh, bloody hell. It broke. Is there a way to fix that? Yes, there we go. He is married... Oh, it's going to break every time, isn't it? I want to lock Val into place. There we go. He's married to Sansa Mormont. Excuse my voice. So they have 3 children. Jaceres Wynter here. He's married to Scylla of House Hornwood. And then Ashira is married to Bernard of House Corey. Let me get a drink of water, guys. Bloody hell. Oh, that came out of nowhere. I'm not used to streaming this early anymore. So that sums up Alaric's branch. It's quite small. Wait there, 2 minutes. I think I'm gonna quickly get a hot drink. We will make it through the stream. Don't worry, guys. Bear with me. Okay, I think I'm better. I still have that annoying sickness that I've had for a few weeks now. Right, his oldest son, Lord Anos. So he had Kratan Destion. His youngest daughter is still alive. She actually has the province of Mudwall. Yeah, I used to drink honey with hot tea, but it doesn't help too much. It's not necessarily a sore throat, but other stuff, which I don't want to speak about. It's a little disgusting. So Shira actually has a son, Benethon Wynter. I don't think that's a named character, is it? Is the series over? Yes. I announced that at the end of the last episode. I think it's not a bad place to end it either, because I like to think the realm is at peace. I mean, I'll show you the characters in a moment. Let's look at the tree first. So Benethon Wynter is still alive. He's probably set to inherit the Mudwall. Amrel, you died of being ill at 54. So Maril Wynter here. Who are you betrothed to? You're betrothed to a Kerwin, so why have you dyed your hair? No idea. But Maril is, he's living his best life. Lady Larissa, is actually in the Dreadfort. She's married to Lord Eckhard. So that's cool. Wynters and the mainstream Boltons are in line with one another. They have 2 children so far. And then Lady Ruby, she has Kratan Destoin. Yeah, you've inherited this. Sadly, her children are hatchers, though. So I guess the Wynters are going to lose their grasp on that. Right, let's go back up here. So our second youngest of Elric, Lady Lagertha. Oh, I do remember naming her. She died of old age at the age of 64. She only had 2 children, the youngest of which was killed during a siege at the age of 45. And her eldest son, Lord Alyn. He died of old age at 60, but he also had Kratan Destoin, right? It seems like this holding was passed around the Wynters quite a bit. Right, how did you do? Mattress Wynter. Wait, didn't we already look at this? Unless... Oh, do you know what's happened here? Wait, were Shira and Alyn married to each other? They must have been. Because they have the same children here. Yes. It's the exact same, right? Yeah, we've already looked at this. Right. So Lagerfeu's dynasty here shares the same fate with Alaric's. I didn't realize I got into the same family marriages so early. Lady Sarah. Oh, I think she became Elric's friend, didn't she? She died of heart failure at 58. Surely, yes, there's many, many, many descendants still alive from Lady Sarah. That's cool. Let's see. So her youngest, Lady Amena. She died of old age, 67. Do you have any descendants? She had 2 Flint children. One was died from being ill, and the other of old age. Both never had children. She reached 75. That's quite good. Sarah Wynter, another character I remember from the beginning. Let's see. She drank herself to death. Didn't have the best. My mic is off. No, it's not. Turned off or sounds weird? Can anyone else confirm that? That's completely thrown me off. It should sound the same. All I did was mute and then unmute. Unless you're behind in the stream and then you won't even ask me answer that. We hear you, it's good. Okay, Lukey. When you catch up to this point, press the live button. I have a feeling you're behind. Or you've accidentally muted yourself. This is why I love live streams, because all these little things pop up. Okay, everyone else said it's good. Right, you panicked me, Lukey. I'm not ready for this stress. Right, where were we? Were we on Sarah? Yes, Sarah. So she drank herself to death. However, so you must have been married to a Not, because you have 2 Not children. But she also gave birth to Benjen Stark. He died of old age, 63. Lady Mira here. She was killed in an attack. But she did have the lordship of Braidmont. And then Arnulf Not here. He has fallen from the mountain trail. So he was an explorer. And then decided that exploring was the way no more. Let's see. So, is that everyone from Sarah? Yes. So next we have Lady Eleanor, who also decided to name her child Sarah. How did you die? Died of old age as well at 69. That's a good age. There's no need to be sorry, Lukey. It's fine. I was jesting. It happens. She had a lot of children of Ironhilt. I've never heard of that family, that name. Died of heart failure. Died of a broken heart. Died of old age. Was killed during a siege. And died of old age. So Sarah Wynter's line kind of stops here. Which is a bit of a shame. I don't think these are named characters, are they? When you get so far in the branches, we don't get the pop-ups to name the children, which is why. As long as you can hear now, Lukey, that's the important thing. Aethan Wynter, he was killed during a siege as well, so there was a lot of fighting where these guys were. Lady Valena was executed by Lord Argalak the Grim. House Faring. Okay. She was just 39. She did have children, though. She actually had Faring children. The youngest was slain in battle. One drank herself to death, and the other died of old age with no more children. So they eventually, I mean, her son held the High Lordship of Wendwater Forest, but it was a Fenwater that killed her. I wonder what happened there. And then her oldest, Lady Prunella, she flagellated herself to death. Oh dear. Gianna Wynter, her youngest, died of the spring sickness. Oh, do you remember that? That plague was huge. How that didn't reach Suvian Isles, I would never know. Lord Gargon of House... Where am I looking here? What house are you? No, you are House Wynter, but the title's different. Okay, you had... Oh, he had the Lordship of Seal Shore. Wait, so you guys... You must have been the first Wynters. You had Vexstink. So Lady Eleanor, I think, was the first one to inherit the Seal Shore, which was Elric's hometown, of course. Which is cool. So you guys had that. Lady Amena was killed in an attack. At 40, Caron Wynter, he died from being sickly. And then we still have loads of descendants here, actually. So Jane Wynter, she's still alive. She's wandering. Lady Shira here died at 26. But Lady Prunella, her daughter, has inherited her lands and has 2 children of her own. We got Mayron and we got Filbert. I don't think we named those. Lady Orain here, she also had Vexstink. She died from stress. I feel like if anything gets me, that would probably be it as well. And then a few bastards here. This is where all the adultery comes in, isn't it? Oh, there's more bastards as well. So Valena Wynter, she's still alive and she has Felly children. The only non-bastards are actually lowborns. And all the Fellies are bastards. That's interesting. One of them died from the spotted fever as well. I don't think any of these are named. And then Daenerys Wynter, her firstborn died of being sickly. And then we got a Reigate dynasty as well. Right. As we go more to the left, I think there'll be more of your characters. Lord Kalon, I think he's a named character. He was slain in a duel at the age of 45. His youngest, Lord Corlys, died of fatal apoplexy. His eldest daughter did inherit the last Hornville, but I mean, other than Oris the Green Wynter, who is actually unmarried, it looks like his line might be coming to an end. That's unfortunate. Thank you for the €1 gamer. I appreciate that. Is she one of the few you never married? They decided to have kids themselves. Well, I think the problem is when they're not in your court, you don't get pop-ups to marry them, or when they're so distant relation. So that's kind of it. Even like we have 167 living members now. If I manually married everyone, geez, we could have probably like maybe 1,000 Wynters at this point, which is crazy to think. I don't think the game would have liked that. Right, where do we get up to? I looked at these guys. Jarella Wynter died of asphyxiation during a violent coughing attack. Oh, bloody hell. But her children were the Boltons, however. Wait, is that the Ludd that we hated as well? Valis, one of our characters had a rivalry with Ludd. Maybe this was the execution that brought it out. Ludd executed Mira Bolton. And then Major Bolton died of old age. Both did not have any children. Were you not even married? I can't see from here. And then Jane Wynter. I think Jane is named. She died of a broken heart. It's a sad time, but she does have descendants. Joffros flagellated himself to death, but Lord Quentin has the province of the White Gates. I'm not quite sure where that is. But that's a very fitting name for a Wynter hold. And then Damien Wynter is his child as well. So Gargon Wynter, you died of fatal apoplexy. So Shira Wynter, you're probably fighting in a war right now. You're Lady Ara's master at arms. The Flints. Okay, so we have good relations with the Flints. In fact, your child is a Flint as well. Jorah here. He currently has the Lordship of Carvestone, and he has many, many descendants. So his bloodline is going long. We have Tristane Wynter, Jane Wynter again, Hugh Wynter, Orwella Wynter. How did Varen die? He was murdered by Lady Alice. My cousin? Wait, what? We have Wynters murdering Wynters at the moment? Oh man, there's stuff like this that you never get to see when you're playing the main branch. It's cool. You were killed during a siege, and then Jorah, Valena, and Alarin are still alive and kicking. How did Melaine die? Killed during a siege, man. That sucks. Right, Bartamos, you had Rompersk. You died of old age at 60 as well. He lived an okay life. His son inherited his lands, but died at 45 from his wounds. Will I check for dragons? We're going to check all the dragons after we've checked the dynasties. We're going to do the same thing where we go down the dragon trees to see which ones are descendants from which canon dragons. So we still have Benefon, we still have Jane, Lady Shira. I feel like we already checked this tree on another branch. You died from stress. You had Vexting. I'm pretty sure we checked this tree in a previous one. Right, so where are we going to now? Let's go all the way back up. So that was Lady Sarah. One of our first ever children of Elric. Let's go all the way across. So Lord Domeric. And his tree is expansive. Do you know what I could do? Is this will probably help performance a lot. No. Okay. I pressed the wrong one, guys. Once we're done with certain trees, we can I think it's this one I wanna pick. Yes! There we go. Let's hide all of these. That's probably going to help performance quite a bit. Right, Domeric. How did you die? So you had Sudikadik. I'm pretty sure that's a Skagos County. I mean, I'm struggling to pronounce it. You were killed during an attack. Your youngest John died from being ill. And then Captus Mataris, he had Tiger's Island. That's a mercenary company, though. Huh. Interesting. And he succumbed to fatal apoplexy. So he didn't inherit any lands, but he did found a band of brothers, so to speak. Damon the Wynter died from old age. He had 2 children. The second tree is actually still got characters alive now. So you succumbed to the fatal apoplexy. You had the province of the last horn. I think we had someone else who had that. Benefon Wynter died of the old age. What's Malatine Wynter flagellated himself to death, and then Adam was slain in battle. I wonder if that was one of the recent battles for the Iron Throne. It could have been. Joffrey Wynter is still alive, though. He's a courtier of Captain Jory. Who's that? House Wet. Okay. Horus Wynter. The Green. Okay, we're still here. So we've already looked at this stuff as well then, right? Did we? I don't remember this tree. Jaceres, you had Tigvarg. So this must be on Skagos as well. Lord Aethon inherited it, so his granddaughter, Lady Aemma, now controls this. Didn't we educate Aemma? I think Aemma is a named character even. Possibly. Arthur Wynter's kicking. Sorella Wynter here. And then Gianna as well. So these guys are all doing cool stuff. What we could do here is not press that one. What am I doing? I'm always messing this up, guys. I don't know how the dynasty tree works. Oh, bloody hell. Right, are we back here? Yes, we are. Okay. So, I wanted to hide one of them. I'm not going to touch that again. Right. So, we looked at Lady Alistair. Lord Quentin. He had Trenchstone. Died in captivity. He does have descendants. The main one being Lady Lyanna. She holds Trenchstone, which is nice. And she has many as well. Oh, we already looked at you too. Because I remember these guys. So Lady... Yeah. Oh, did we look at Prunella? She has Loom children. Monica Wynter. This is a Felly dynasty. Lady Jarella of Old Forge. Interesting stuff. Lord Adrian of Trenchstone, he was slain in battle. That's why it passed to his daughter. Okay, right. I think because of the inbreeding, the family tree gets a little bit confusing. There's some duplicates. Right, Domeric died from his internal injuries. His son, though, did inherit the lordship of Cranbrook. But he was ripped to pieces by a lizard lion. Holy crap. And all of his children... No, he does have descendants. So Lady Samela was killed in an attack. His second child died from the spring sickness. There were many casualties in this. Wasn't it like 10,000 deaths or something? It was crazy. Lord Jaceres was slain in battle. And then his youngest was ripped to pieces by a lizard lion as well. Just like his father. Or her father, sorry. And she has one surviving child. Lady Alara, the Affable. Doesn't have any children, though. And the others here are unnamed characters. Right, is that everything in Dominic? No. Jane Wynter. Right, Jane is definitely named. Because I recognize a few of these names. So you drowned at the age of 19. That's not so good. That was short-lived. But her child, she did manage to have a daughter in that time. Lady Elenus, the castle builder, died at 69. She had Trenchstone. Are we still going by the youngest? I think we should. Benefon Wynter. He didn't manage to have any children, but Joffrey is still alive. 63. No children, though. Let's see. I don't think these are named characters. Yeah, I like looking at all the deaths as well. It's kind of cool. And I think it's a good way to say farewell to the series. It's been one of my favorites. For sure. Province of Tigvarg. Is that a Skagos county? It does sound very Skagosy. Okay, so Oris is here again, Jaceres. Okay, we've already looked at Vistri. And then Quentin here, he's certainly a named character. He had Trenchstone. He died in captivity. Oh, we've already looked at this one as well. Okay. Right, we've already looked at your tree. So you must have been married to someone else we looked at. Right. What do I press here? Hide children. Yes. Okay, right, moving on. How many do we have left from Elric? Just the main branch, which is huge. Okay, so the second character we played as, Lady Alexandra, of course, died from her wounds at the age of 64. So you were 68, 64, a good age, just like her father. And didn't Alexandra, she tamed Solfis, I think it was? Because Suvion, or did we tame Suvion? I forget. But she had the High Lordship of the Suvionars. Right, let's go to your youngest child. So Emskyr Wynter here. He died from his wounds at the age of 29. Didn't do so well. He did have descendants though, some of them being Targaryens. So let's take a look. His youngest daughter, Amina Wynter, died from the spring sickness. Monica died of a heart failure at 56. And then her children. So she married a Yonwood later in life. He died a leper. And her other children, the Targaryens, all died young, was incinerated by Ragagon. We have Ragagon in our dragon pit right now. Oh, that's brutal. Were they... Oh, no. So you were slayed by Ragagon? And then her third child was incinerated by Tesserion? I might be able to actually click on these. Yeah, Tesserion is still alive. Holy crap, he's one of the older dragons. And then if we take a look at... bloody hell, it's so glitchy. If we take a look at Ragagon... Wait, no, this is a different Ragagon. There's two Ragagons? Holy crap. They have some big dragons. Okay. So how did Maynard Targaryen die? He was eaten by Silverwing. Silverwing... Oh, bloody hell, it's so... It's so glitchy. I hope they fixed the dynasty tree one day. That's a base game problem, though. Silverwing grew to be 235. Huge beast. We'll take a look at all the dragons later, though. And you were eaten by Odecagon. So all of her children were killed by different dragons. Odecagon is still alive. He's in Dragonstone. Can I click on you? There we go. 145 size. 111 years old. Crazy. So Emskyr didn't do so well, and his eldest daughter died of old age and never married, which is a shame. Hey Ember, how you doing? Welcome. Hello Tom Rook, nice to see you. Sorry if I missed anyone else. Looking at all the characters. So Lord Daemon, he had Trenchstone, right? And he was abducted by wildlings. Ooh. Didn't realize how much I missed the live streams. I'm actually going to be live streaming this month on Twitch, by the way, guys. If you want to go ahead and follow that. That's where I'm going to be streaming Roads to Power. And if it goes well, I'm planning to stream more stuff there in the future. So Amina Wynter, she died, didn't have any children. Lady Elenis, though, that seems to be the main branch. So she inherited this. And we've already looked at these characters, haven't we? Yes. We've already gone over those. Right, on to the next one. Lord Torren of the Lordship of Carvestone. He was slain in battle by Lord Alfred of White Harbor, a Florent of all people. Ooh. I didn't realize that a Wynter was slain by a Florent, and I worked so hard to improve relations with them. What is this? And his children's... Oh, no, okay. His line does actually hold lands now in Tigvark. Very far down. We've already looked at this tree. But Benethon here died of consumption. Reza died in her sleep. So this is the other side of that tree. So Dia Wynter died of heart failure. Tasmund died from being ill. Orion died from the spring sickness. This was a terrible time to be alive. And then we've already looked at Jaceres and whatnot. Edmund Wynter, he lived for... Well, he died due to inbreeding. He had a very short life. Which is unfortunate. There's not much to say on him, really. Whoever named Edmund, I'm very sorry that he died so fast. He didn't even reach his first birthday. Lady Denise, Sea Bear Tower. She died of the old age. She had a child. Lady Jane. Okay, these guys still hold lands. We've already looked down this tree. So let's see. Lady Amena was killed in an attack. You had the Lordship of Vexting. Okay. And then here's all the bastards we saw earlier. And then Lady Oreen, she inherited Vextinct but died from stress. Right. Yeah, we've already looked at this. Kayron died from being sickly. He did reach his first birthday. Better than some. Valar here, he had Vextinct but was killed in an attack. And then Lady Alexandra, she died from her wounds. And she had it before. Man, this is quite a sad tale for Lady Daenerys' children, isn't it? Right, is that everyone? No, we're going across. Right. Are we going to the main branch now? Yes, we are. I'll tell you what I'll do just to keep things organized. Hi, children. Yes. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm sure the PC will thank me. And I don't need this either. Right. So now we're going down the main branch to our third player character. Lady Paramount Elena. The character which formed the Winterlands. She drank herself to death at 56. But the small folk rallied to her. She's the one that started the big goals, really. So, let's start with the youngest again. This family tree is bloody massive. So, her youngest child was actually... Wait, no, you were a Wynter. Lady Eleanor here held the Lordship of the Northern Mountains. And then I think we later returned that to the Umbers, didn't we? Wait, was she the Corpse Licker? I missed the nickname. Oh, she was! Lady Paramount Elena, the Corpse Licker. I got a funny little story here. On YouTube, when you go into YouTube Studio, you can see your comments, and there's a bunch of filters. And there's one tab, which is held through a view, where YouTube will temporarily delete a comment until you manually delete it or approve it. And there are like 4 comments in here with Corpse Licker. YouTube does not like the term Corpse Licker, apparently, because every comment with it got flagged as spam or offensive, which is quite funny. So I had to approve all of those comments, but yeah, just some side info there. So Lady Eleanor, you died of old age, but you did have the Northern Mountains. And you had many children, many of which are still alive. Holy crap. She's doing well. So her youngest, Rayla Wynter, she died of heart failure, but... Okay, we've already looked at Shira Wynter. Yeah, that goes down to the Flint go. Lord Jorah here. Oh, and these are all your children. Right, so we found out where the interbreeding is. He has the Lordship of Carvestone. So still landed there. Edmund Wynter, he was slain in battle by... If I can click on this. Tree Bar of House Piocoris. Never heard of that. But it's an Essosi branch there. Let's see. I'm just going to hide your children so I can stay organized. So Samela Wynter, she died under mysterious circumstances, but she does have Brune children. So Edmund still has some of his dynasty alive. Sorella was executed by Master Merald. The Glovers? Oh, I think I remember this. Didn't we feud with the Glovers over this? The dynasty tree is huge. It really is. And we've shortened so much of it. We've hidden so much. And then Amena Wynter. Oh, she has children. You died from stress. Your eldest, Dynasty Seret. And her youngest. He was slain in battle by Doran Loom. House Loom. Oh, I remember House Loom. He's a Melcombe as well. Right. Elias Wynter. Let's go ahead and hide this. You were slain in battle by Lord Errol of the Brixwood. So this must be around where all the big wars were taking part. Maybe the rebellion and whatnot of the Iron Throne. Could be possible. He had 2 children. Elaris here died of old age. But her children actually control the Blackwood Vale. Her eldest son controls the Blackwoods. Wow, that's cool. You have titles as well, and so do you. So the Wynters and the Blackwoods are on good terms. That's cool. Eleanor Wynter, she had a Connington daughter, but unfortunately, she was executed by Lady Rani, if I can click on it. Of House Harlaw. Oh, it says House Freeborn. Oh, but she had a Harlaw holding, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I get confused. Right. Who's next? If we go all the way to the left, Ama Wynter. She died of old age. And she has many children still alive. Holy crap. Right, let's go to the youngest. Oris Wynter. He died. He was slain in battle at the age of 48. He died to a random wildling lowborn. Wow. That sucks. Monica Wynter, she still has many descendants alive. Lord Anos actually has the lordship of the Black Pines. Isn't that the northwestern area of the Winterlands? Or is it more south? I actually forget. We can look at this later if I remember. Your children, you actually married into the Arryns, which is cool. And then all of these guys obviously still kicking. What happened to Baron Wynter? He died from being sickly. Maybe you guys have some named characters here as well. Because they haven't died yet or had any titles, I'll leave them there and you can look for them. Hayden Wynter, he's still alive. Oris, he has the Sullen War. He has 2 daughters as well. So Monica's line seems to be holding on quite nicely. Right. No, wait, Monica? Yes, Monica of Ama, right. And then we go to the main branch. Okay, Dennis Wynter, he succumbed to fatal apoplexy. Bloody hell, there's still so many here. His young... Wait, how many children did you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children. Wait. And this is me. Have we skipped some characters? Wait, Lady Eleanor? Did we play as Eleanor? We must have. No, we didn't. We played as Domina. Wait, maybe I show up multiple times in the tree. Oh, I do. I'm over here as well. Okay. What it was is Wynters married Wynters at this point. That's why we're showing up over there. Oh, bloody hell. Right, so Eleanor... Yeah, right. Ama. Okay, this stuff. Right, I'm back in line. Right. So Dennis, your youngest, Azarian, he died from being sickly at 1. Not a good upcoming. Liliana, my sister, she's still alive. Ellis is still alive. Let's see. Does anyone? We married into the Darkling dynasty as well. That's cool. I don't think any of these are named. Wait, Luxion sounds named though. I don't think that's an auto-generated name. No, yeah, they are, because we have Galbatorix here. We have Arya. We have Tilla. Okay, we will go over these, right. So Luxion's still alive. His 2 children died from the spotted fever. Man. But Rhaena is 4 years old. She's still alive. That's good. Right, Drusella's here. Callan's here. Lord Lorgan, he's a Darkling. Tilla has a Martell child, but with a... That's almost like a Dane sword, I want to say. Check for Targaryens. We're doing the Wynters first. Patience. It's going to take a while. Everything else should be a bit quicker, but the Wynters are by far the biggest family. Yeah, okay. We married into the Martells. That was recently. And then Lady R, you died in childbirth, but you did have 3 Merryweather children as well, which I do remember this marriage too. Right, Frederick, you succumbed to your inherent weakness at the age of 54. That's interesting. Aris Wynter, my sister, she still has children alive and grandchildren. John Wynter, he's currently 60. Are any of your children landed? No, but it seems you have children from many houses. So the Swift dynasty, the Hasty dynasty, and the Fowler dynasty. And then we also have some Wynters still alive here as well. Interesting. Freya, she died at 4. She fell... Oh, I remember this. Freya. She fell from the dragon. Oh, no. Oh, that only happened once. Poor Freya. Orion Wynter. So he still has many children alive. None of them are landed, though. His second daughter, let's see. Oris is a bastard. And he has some low-born children, apparently. We married into the Hornwoods here. Lady Freya, the province of Burns Gate. And I guess rather ironically, she was also incinerated by Zuvdar. If I can bloody click on that. There we go. So Zuvdar, he's currently flying around Stone Dance. That's a beautiful dragon, actually. Look at that. Who are you descended from? Langar and Cyrax. Oh, cool. But her eldest son, Orion, has inherited Burns Gate there. Right, let's go ahead and hide this. I think we should be fine. Wait, what did I just hide? I don't know. Wait, Dennis, didn't we just look at Dennis? Oh, I hid this, right. And there's me. We'll save me for the main branch, though. Right, so I think we're... Let's see, we're fine with Dennis. And we're fine with... Did we look at all of these? No, Dennis was there. Right, that was Ama. Right, so Eleanor Wynter. Man, this tree is hard to navigate. You died of old age at 75. Oh, but this is where... Oh, no. Okay, so you were a Wynter, but you held not titles. And then all of your children were Starks, which seem to have not... I mean, Lyanna Stark is still alive. She's 51. Let's see. Rhea Stark died under mysterious circumstances. Clarissa died of heart failure. Commander Rion, he joined the Night's Watch and then was slain in battle. Corbett died from being sickly. Brittany died of old age. I think that's the only one to die of old age. And then Lady Jessamine, she died in childbirth. That's quite a brutal story there, a brutal tale. There's no cadet or bastard branches of the Wynter dynasty? I don't think so. We only have the one branch, which kind of surprises me. Hello, Lacrosse, how you doing? Right. So we've checked this. Let's hide this, try and stay organized. And then Bomber Wynter, he died under mysterious circumstances at 52. He didn't have any children, unfortunately. Bomber, I know you're going to be watching us later. I'm sorry that your character didn't really do much. Right. Eleanor, we've covered you. Where are we going to next? So now we're back onto the main branch. So we had Lady Paramount Elena, the corpse licker. And then we had her eldest daughter, Lady Paramount Domina the Feeble of the Winterlands. This is where we had that terrible event where we fought wildlings and it said 0% chance of dying and then we still died, right? No. That's the next one. That's the next one. Am I getting mixed up? No, that's Hayden. Who died of that? Was it Soraya? It was Soraya. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. Sorry. It's because they all have the same hairstyle. So Lady Paramount Domina, she was actually the one executed by the king. The Targaryens. Because the king found out that we were a witch. In fact, Domina founded the Witch Coven of the Wynters, which is still alive now. Because I'm always finding out that family members are witches. So she was executed. How did her descendants do? I think all of these will mostly be named. So Lord Gregor, he had the province of Hongler, which we never renamed. Yeah, the Feeble. I remember being quite annoyed that the game gave her the nickname the Feeble. I didn't like that. Lord Gregor here, he died from his wounds. He had Hongler. But he does have children alive. So he has Flint descendants. Captain Alaran here. He has a mercenary company of 3,600 soldiers. That's quite large. Daenerys Wynter, she has Tallheart children. I remember we had a few issues with the Tallheart, but we married into them and I fixed that. Laenor Wynter doesn't have any children yet, and Renifer has a few children there. Who's your next child? Lord Roderick. He had the lordship of Greycran. You have quite a few descendants. The fertility rate for the main branch is actually insane. The population of the Wynters really exploded towards the ends. So Jarella is actually still alive. She's 48, but she looks a little bit older. She has some brown barrow children. One of them is actually landed. Your Master at Arms, you have the Lordship of Barlow. That's cool. Unfortunately, though, one of her children has already died from being sickly. You died under mysterious circumstances. I don't think these are named. And you drowned, which is why her eldest daughter inherited that stuff. Okay. Lady Sorella. She has the Greyleaf Tower. She's still alive. You think Gregor was one of yours? Oh, this Gregor? It's possible. It's possible. I think so. I forget which. It would be cool if we could attach notes to characters and stuff. But we'll see. Right, so Lady Sorella, she's still alive and kicking, and she has many, many descendants. She's got Arryn descendants even. So none of her children have had chance to inherit yet because she's 53 and still very healthy. Unfortunately, her grandson did die from being sickly, but I think all things taken into consideration, she's doing very well at the moment. Right, Lady Monica, the drunkard, 68 years of age, has the High Lordship of Fever, and it looks like from all the red skulls, there could be a tragic tale here. So your first son had the province of Blackgum, but he was slain in battle at the age of 27, and then her second son inherited, and then he was also slain in battle at the age of 25, and then I'm guessing the grandson inherited, and he was also slain in battle in the Blackwood Vale by Lord Walton. The Blackwoods and the Wynters were fighting, but now the Wynters and Blackwoods are married together. It's interesting. Lady Monica now has the Blackgum, which I assume is part of... It must be a part of the Blackwood area. Otherwise, I'm not sure why the fighting started there. Orion, he died from his internal injuries, and then Jeanette here is a bastard. She has a couple of children. But everyone else is still very much alive, right? Including Monica, doing very well. So that was Roderick. He has sadly passed on from now. Lady Raywin, she had the pitch. So that is a small holding that belongs to Winterfell's duchy, I believe. She died under mysterious circumstances at the age of 38. That's not too old. Her youngest daughter, she disappeared without a trace as well. So I feel like there was some intrigue going on here. Samela Wynter, we already looked at Samela, didn't we? Yeah, because this is the Mormont and whatnot. So we looked at you earlier. Amira Wynter, I guess we looked at you because this is already... Oh, no, we haven't. Wait, so who did you marry? You're currently unmarried. But your eldest child, Lord Aegon of Longbar, a Targaryen. Then we have Damien Targaryen, Lady Rhaenyra's admiral. And then we have Lady Rhaenyra, who actually controls the High Lordship of Dragonstone. So the Wynters and the Targaryens are more intertwined than I thought. That's cool stuff. Manila Wynter, she was killed during a siege, as was Orain, as was Prudence, and then Lady Ashira. What happened with you? You drank yourself to death in the pitch, right? But your daughter, Manila, who's inherited this. Raywin was killed during a siege. A lot of fighting going on here. I think I remember it, actually. When I first gave the pitch away, there seemed to be a lot of fighting. And one of the characters kept trying to tame a dragon as well. Well, I forget which one that was. I didn't see anyone super burned, so... Unless it was you. Oh no, Lady Raywin looks burned. I think it was Raywin that got burned by trying to tame the dragon. And I don't think she ever did either. Lord Banfrey, you inherited the pitch, but you died from your internal injuries. And then I don't know who controls it now because your children do not. Clement died from his wounds. Tragic tales for the Raywin branch. How many children do we have? Oh, it's quite... Oh, it's not that many. It's not that many. I feel like this branch is... It matches the whole dynasty tree combined. Right, Lord Ivan. You had Holdwater. I think we looked at Holdwater earlier. You died from your internal injuries. Let's see. Do we have anyone landed over here? So your titles... Wait, Adam was named, wasn't he? He was slain in battle. Seraphina was named. I remember this. My cousin. She's still alive. She has 2 bastard children. So Cole must have been named as well then. He was flagellated. Huh. Right, Lord Valerian. You had Holdwater. Youngest daughter is still alive. His third child, though, died from being sickly. Didn't even reach his first birthday. Ivan now has the needles. Somewhere else completely different. And his children are still doing well. Lady Prunella, I think we already looked at you. You died of cancer, unless it's another Prunella. Gargon was slain in battle. We actually looked at this battle earlier. But Lord Lucerys now holds the Holdwater. Okay. Right, Ivan, a shorter dynasty tree there. Lord Dixon. This is a named character. In fact, I think Matt named this one, if I remember rightly. He was slain in a duel. He had the lordship of Pinesend. His youngest daughter, succumbed to fatal apoplexy. No children. Ilaria died of heart failure. No children. But Gaiman here, he died gout-ridden, but it does seem... I mean, he has some Buckshorns children, as well as some Green Goods, and then some Wynters as well. None of them are landed, though, which is unfortunate. But then the main branch, Lady Orana, she inherited the Pinesend, but then died of the green fever. Elias, his line is still alive. Samela still has a line here. Banfrey was abducted by wildlings. John is a fisher. Lady Orana, she was incinerated by Vadagon during a botched taming attempt. Ooh. But her eldest son inherited her lands, and her children are very much doing well. Man, I love the whole dragon taming stuff. It's so cool. Right. So now we are back to the main branch. We're getting close to the end of the Wynter tree, guys. I might not go into this much detail for all the other dynasties, but we'll take a look at how titles exchanged hands. I will take a look at the Targaryens, though, because we had some cool stories there. So Lord Paramount Hayden the Worthy. I think he mostly spent his time uniting more of the Winterlands, right? He died under mysterious circumstances. Wait, was this the guy that died in, like, 6 months? I think it was. Because then after you, we played Lady Paramount Soraya, and then we played Aelion, who we are now. I think Hayden literally ruled for like 6 months, 7 months. So there's not much to say here. And then he died under mysterious circumstances. He just vanished. So he didn't actually do too much. I think he did inherit a war, but that was about it. Whether he finished that war, I don't remember. Areva died of old age. Seraphina's here, so we've already looked at this. There we go. Lady Nerys has the province of Motcon, and her daughter, Lady Alice, has Allapine. Unluckiest guy in the series, he really was. And we had so many daughters in a row, we finally got to play as a son, and then boom, the old gods got rid of him. I don't know if these guys are named or not. I think they are. But they're still alive. Janira Wynter died of a broken heart, but she has Dustin children, one of which actually is the High Lord of the Barrowlands. So the Dustins and the Wynters are also intertwined there as well. This is why I like marrying into these known dynasties, because it's cool to see this at the end. He got poisoned, true. Olga Wynter died of old age, no children. Eragon had the Lordship of Morwood. He was a named character. He died of old age at 63 before he had any children. Lord Marcus of the Sullen Wall. He died in his sleep. Well, it seems that 2 of his children are landed. So Anos has the High Lordship of the Black Pines. I think we looked at him earlier. Yes, we did. I remember this tree. Hayden is still alive. Sadly, no children. And then Oris has the Sullen War. I think we looked at you earlier as well. Right. And then we move on to the next character. The small folk loved her, as did all of the lords. I think a lot of people thought she would have a positive future ahead of her, but she died at the age of 39. She was killed in an attack. I think the confidence got to her. This is when we had that really silly event. It said 99% chance of killing the wildlings and 0% chance of dying. So it must have been like 0.5 or something, because it doesn't show decimals. We clicked the button and then we died to the wildlings. She had such a good learning stat. She was going to get whole of body, live for ages. She was going to unite the Winterlands, but the old gods had different plans for her. And maybe the old gods were right, because Aelion did manage to unite everyone, but I was not expecting that. It kind of sucked, but I also love that dynamic things like this can happen in the series. That's why I love CK3. But yeah, Lady Paramount Soraya. The Lady Paramount who never was. She had such a bright future ahead of her. Her youngest son, he died from being sickly as well. Liliana hasn't had any children. Not yet. Elissa. Let's see, I think we already looked at these ones. Yeah, because you have the Darkling. Right, that makes sense. So let's hide you. Galbatorix. So his daughter died in childbirth. Yeah, we already looked at these guys, because that's the weird Martell branch there. Frederick succumbed to his inherent weakness. I think we looked at you. Aerys Wynter. No landed children here. You died from being sickly. John has many children, which I think we looked at earlier. Yes, I remember we looked at this earlier, so we can close that. Freya. Freya was the one who died falling from Dragonback. Sad times. And then Orion the Wynter. So we already looked at this stuff as well, right? Incinerated. Yeah, Burns Gate. So I think we already looked at these and other parts of the tree. So we've checked in on Orion the Wynter. And then I guess we're down to our current character. So Lord Paramount Aelion the Stout. The Uniter of the North and the Winterlands. I think he achieved much. He's 67. He's actually infirm, but he managed to do it. But this is where things get interesting. So Lady Lyanna. You have a Malanon, but his second youngest daughter. Queen Mara. My daughter and wife to the king of the Seven Kingdoms. They already have children as well. My grandson here, Viserys, is Prince to the Iron Throne. We'll take a look at this in a minute when we're back on the map view. But they already have 3 children here. Lord Valad. He has the High Lordship of the Lakelands. His youngest daughter already has the Mirkwood. I feel like that's the wrong universe. Plenty of children there. Oh, what happened to Orion? He died from spotted fever. John has a daughter. And then Lord Caden, my heir, has the Lordship of Moorwood. Where everyone is still very much alive. The albino gene is still going strong. We might not have had the silver Valyrian hair, but we certainly did have the albino gene. So if we hide all of this, we can see over 39 episodes. We only played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. 7 characters. But I think they were very cool. 167 living members. Right, let's close out of this. I must have hit a key binding when I was in there as well. So, before we look at other trees, I want to look at something else. We'll break it up. I want to go over why I'm not so mad at ending the series. I like to think in my head that as we end this series, the 7 kingdoms are at peace. The Wynters, the Targaryens, they look at the history of Westeros and they realize that together, with all of the dragons they control, maybe there doesn't need to be any more fighting. Aelion here has united the North, the source of most of the conflict over the last 150 years or so. His daughter is married to the king. Even better, Aelion's son and heir, Lord Caden, is married to Prince Nerys, who is also daughter of... Wait, it's the sister of the king, sorry. So in a way, the Wynters and the Targaryens, even though there was conflict in the past, I think they've come to a new age. And I like to think that we have left the realm in peace. The only problem is the Stormlands, but they haven't rebelled since their last rebellion, which was quite a while ago now, so I think things are kind of okay. And the other realms are actually somewhat stable, you know, they didn't really break up at all, which is interesting to see. But yeah, that's why I wasn't so mad of ending it there. Sometimes it's good to end on a good note. We don't have to conquer everything. The Lannisters have disappeared. Yes. Got to go? Okay, it will be available as a video straight away. Thanks for stopping by, Tomrick. Screw the Stormlands. We didn't have much interaction with him, but yeah. Right, what I want to do next is, what do you guys want to see? Should we do the Targaryens next, or should we look at the houses within the Winterlands? I think mostly in the Winterlands, I just kind of want to look at the knots. I want to look at the Manderleys to see what happened there with White Harbor. The Foresters, because the Whitehills are still alive, but the Foresters aren't. And the Starks. So we could look at those, or we could do the Targaryens next. I'm going to quickly have a drink as well. I think the Boltons, they still have the Dreadfort. So you guys want to see the North first? Okay, let's do the North first. Right. The best way to do this is probably not like that. It's probably to zoom in a bit, isn't it? Right. So, I guess we'll just kind of go down the map. I mean, most of the big houses still have their lands because I returned their land. So the Mormonts are still going strong. Mormonts and the Reeds are together. A fun fact about the Mormonts, they have land down here, which is... Wait, how did you guys get that? If I check the title history... So let's see. You just inherited it. Okay, and then you were granted it. I mean, fair enough. I guess. The Halls, are they just not a thing anymore? They have one living member. And he doesn't even have anything. He's possessed. So I guess that's what happened there. Interesting stuff. So the Mormonts, they still have their land. The Umbers, of course, they have all of this. I think they're actually doing better than normal. The Knots are still alive. Which makes me very happy. The Karstarks still have the Carhold. The Boltons still have the Dreadfort. They're actually married to Wynters. So I don't think there's too much stuff to check out here. You're married to House Loom. Let's see. So what happened with White Harbor? That's what I'm interested in. Because this was taken. Because a few people got annoyed with me in the comments saying I should have given it back to the Manderleys. But this was settled. So let's see. I conquered this in 226. But... the Florence took it in 140. This dispute was settled way before I got the title, which is why I gave it back to the Florence. I had no business in this. Are the Manderleys still alive? They do have 2 living members. It was just through inheritance, apparently. Really? Do you guys have lands? No, they're both unlanded. One's in Bitterbridge, one's in Wolfmark. Interesting. So it was, there was nothing nefarious here. What am I trying to do? Go back to title history. I want to see this. So your parents was a Manderley and a Florence. I guess, how did you die? You were murdered by Lord Unwin the Ruthless. Which was a peak. Wasn't even a Florence. So, yeah, but the Florence remained... they were somewhat loyal. I think it fluctuated a little bit, but for the most part, we did manage to keep White Harbor on our side. Right, House Kerwin, they're still going strong over here. The Glovers still have their lands. I want to take a look at Ironrath. Because I'm not quite sure what happened to the Foresters here. So, Lady Missel of Ironrath, she died under mysterious circumstances. And then her son inherited it? So I'm guessing at this point... wait. Lord Torgon was married to a Whitehill? What? I never would have expected that. But it seems that... yeah, both of her siblings were not Foresters, so they kind of just naturally died out. That's really a shame. And then the Frism Forts inherited it. And then the Wynters kind of took over from that. So the Whitehills are... let's see. House Whitehill's still alive. They have 10 living members. No one is landed, though, unfortunately. Okay, and many bastards as well. Right, who's next? The Starks. The Starks have had... they have 27 members. No, they have 82 living members. Oh, yeah, but that's Karstarks as well. Do they have anyone that's landed? I don't think so. There's an easy way to do this. No, there's not. Aha, landed. They only have two landed characters. So we have Lady Freda here, who she controls this county there. And then we have Lord Orain, who controls the High Lordship of the Grey Downs. So I guess what happened with the Starks is, of course, after we took Winterfell, and I mean, can I still check the history of the North? How would I do this? If we go here, title history. So, so Queen Bella was granted it, but then King Benjen the Clumsy just inherited it. So you were married. Let's see, you were married to an Umber, but before that, oh, they were Umbers. How did the Karstarks inherit this? Oh, it was her brother. No, you're a Karstark. Wait, what? Is there any Stark relations here? Maybe it's because they're still a part of the same dynasty, just not the same house. But the Karstarks inherited the North, and then after we took Winterfell, they kind of just naturally fell from power, it seems. Which is kind of sad for them. House Dusting are still kicking well. House Risewell are still kicking well. By the time we got down here, we pretty much always gave stuff back to the natural leaders. House Reed is still a thing. And the Flints are still a no, that's not the Flints. That's Brightfist. What? What happened to the Flints? House Wells? Is this? Oh, no, okay, it's a branch of the Flint dynasty. That makes sense. Right, and the Flints are still alive as well. Right. Let's see. I think... What happened to the Westerlands? I want to know what happened to the Lannisters. If we go to the title history... Oh, wow. This is a mess. So the first real issue came here. So Lady Alice of the Westerlands, she was severely injured. She was only young, 21. But apparently, the Heatherspoons were not a fan. And in fact, the Heatherspoons were installed by a faction demand. After that, one of their children inherited. But then Lady Alice, she took the Westerlands back. What a badass. Holy crap. But unfortunately, the people of the Westerlands did not enjoy this. And so another faction rose up, and then Lord Lewis Strongarm of House Lyddon, he took the Westerlands. He was actually married to... Wait. So he was married to a Yarwick, then a Blackwood, and then a Valerian, and then another Valerian. Holy crap. He had power behind him. And then I think at some point, if we go through these characters, when's the first time we married into House Lyddon, I wonder? Was it really Lord Benedict? So you are Waynwood? House Lannister? Oh, it might not have been the main branch. It might have been offshoot branch. But yeah, we have been allies with the Lyddons for a long, long time. The Westerlands and the Winterlands worked together. Yeah, the Lannisters, they have 64 living members though, guys. And in fact, many of them are still landed. Let's see, Pridemane, they still have Casterly Rock. They still have Lannisport. So the Lannisters are still quite a powerful family. It's just that they don't own the Lord Paramountcy. So maybe one day there will be more factions again in the future. Nothing's really happened in the Riverlands. The Tullys are still in control here. House Vance, is that? Seem to have expanded quite a bit. They have many branches. Of course, the Blackwoods. They're married to House Weed. I think somewhere in here, someone is married to a Wynter. Somewhere in here, I'm not quite sure where. The Vale is still controlled by the Arryns. You still got the Royces and whatnot. So I don't think too much has happened in here. The Reach, the Tyrells still have it. You're about to die though at 32. What's happened to you? Feast ruined by rival, infected wound, and brutally mauled. Bloody hell. Dawn is still controlled by the Martells, and then the Stormlands are still controlled by the Baratheons. Things down here have actually stayed quite normal. Lord Blackwood's mother is a Wynter. Ah, is that what happened there? Ah, yes, that was it. Alaris Wynter. Yes, yes. Who rules Harrenhal? It seems that Harrenhal is controlled by House Vywell. What am I doing here? If we go to this, House Strong, they lost it due to inheritance eventually. They have 15 living members though, but alas, they just lost control through succession. I feel like that happens a bit too often, but you know, some things are out of our control. Do the Greyjoys still hold the Iron Islands? Yes, they do. What's happened in here? Anything interesting? House Cod's a powerhouse. That's cool. We kind of tried to elevate them in our Hall playthrough. I remember the Harlaws are still going strong as well. Still got the Black Tides here. I think the Black Tides don't start with this, so that's cool to see. But yeah, other than the Westerlands and the North, not too much happened. I guess we can take a look at the Targaryens. What I mostly want to look at here is if we go back. Let's go all the way back. Was it Viserys? No, this was the Viserys that started, wasn't it? I want to take a look at the canon characters. So Viserys, he was slain in battle. But one of the most touching stories, most satisfying stories, I think, was the whole wars to begin with. In fact, I think if you go on Reddit, I believe there were people, someone kept posting screenshots of my early access playthrough for the first episodes and summing up the story. I wonder if I pull that up, I can find out exactly what happened. That might be able to do it. But we can see here, because I forget the exact order of things, but Rhaenyra and Daemon, didn't they become lovers or did they become rivals at some point? So Rhaenyra, she died from her wounds at 27. She died quite young. But Daemon, he vanished after being sold into slavery. I do remember that after everything. And then I remember Caraxes also decided to fly off to Valyria. So in my head, I like to think that Caraxes found Daemon and they were just done with Westeros. Rhaenyra died, his brother died. He was just done with it all. And they flew off together. Whether that actually happened or not, we'll never know. But things were quite brutal here. I guess another thing we can check on with the Targaryens was the recent rebellion. Let's see, we go to the Iron Throne. Who was it that started the rebellion? Was it Aerion? Or was it Maenor? 270. Yeah, you usurped it. Oh no, you usurped it. Wait. This was usurped? Did I miss this war? I think I missed this one. We took part in this one. So Lord Maenor, he usurped the crown. And then we took part in that war. And then we gave the crown back to Aerion. I remember that because at this point, we were allies with his father, Hagen, I think. Were we? Or was it Aemon? I forget the details now. And then his son, Aegon, inherited the throne. And then he married my daughter. Which is very cool. What's happened to the Stepstones? It seems that House Wren, a lunatic, currently controls this. There's still pirates down here. Yeah, the Iron Throne control Tyrosh. That was quite a recent war, actually. In fact, I think they're still recovering from this war. If we zoom out there, you can see the Iron Throne has expanded into Essos. So maybe the Wynters and the Targaryens work together to bring Essos into Westeros. Improve trade between everyone, the quality of life and whatnot. But yeah, it's quite satisfying. Right. Are there any other houses you guys want to check on? I had to get rid of that. I hate when there's notifications. If there's any other special houses you want to check in on, we can do that before we finish up and look at the dragons, I guess. What I could also do is on my second monitor, I'm gonna try and bring up the old Reddit posts from the beginning of the series. If I just bring this over here so you guys have something to look at. Wait, I can't see the chat. Let's put the chat over here and we'll bring this one over here. House Dane, maybe. We'll take a look at those in a minute as well. So what's the best way to do this? Do I just go like top? It's been more than a month. So we do like this. It's not going to be this year, is it? No, I don't know how to find this. There's no way it's gonna be at the top. If I can search, I don't know. Do you know what? If I do like CK3 AGOT Dragons Reddit, maybe something will pop up. It's just gonna be the dev diaries. I literally had this pop up yesterday on Reddit when I was browsing stuff, but I can't find it. But I summed it as well. Check Beyond the Wall. I mean, it's the same as recently. The Sky Willows kind of split everything here. They took a decision not to unite it, and they split it up between them. So nothing's really happened here. The wall is still standing strong. Carstarks are actually controlling the wall, which is interesting. Of course, I never decided to get the ruins because, you know, no one lives here. Restore ruins. Yeah, I could have done this, but I didn't want to do that. House Cole. We can see if House Cole is still alive. So let's see. Probably this. The Dynasty of... They're going very strong, in fact. Should we take a look at what happened to Tristan? Let's see. Open Dynasty tree. I might need your guys' help to find him because I don't know the exact branch. Right. When did you die? AC 156. When does this start? 126? Or something like that, isn't it? That's 140. Let's see. Clifford, AC 112. That sounds like a fighter pilot. There we go. Kristen Cole. Didn't have any children because he's a king's card. He danced himself to death from the dancing plague. That's what happened to Sir Tristan. What happened with the high towers, I wonder? Do they still have old? They don't even have old. The Tarleys control the high tower? Wait, what? How? This is quite... Wait, the high tower? The high towers are dead. They're gone. They're just completely gone. The Tarleys just took them over and now have Old Town. Wow. Oh, this is all the cool stuff we don't get to see in the series. I didn't even know this happened. So Alicent, how did you die? You died of old age. That's quite good. But obviously she wouldn't have had... Wait, you remarried? Wait, you remarried? Interesting. Otto Hightower, he died of the green fever at 40. So they're gone. Are there any other main characters from the series that you guys want to see? Search JBD on the Reddit. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, because I think people in the comments mentioned me, so that we can do that in a minute. House Cargill. House Cargill. Why don't I recognize that name? I'm very bad at remembering names. Are they still alive? They still have members alive. They currently... Golden Loyalty, Golden Duty. I like the banner though. So they have the province over here outside King's Landing. They just locked in their tower and forgot to make children. I mean, they made children with the Tarleys, but everything worked in the Tarleys' favor. Man, that's so cool. I love seeing the Tarleys in power. I like that. How is House Clegane doing? I think the Cleganes died out, you know. I think we checked this in an episode. Or that might be another series. House Clegane. Am I typing that right? I think they're gone. I think they're gone. Do they start in this time period? Where are the Cleganes? It's like somewhere around here. Fang Hill. Let's see. Title history. I don't think the Cleganes are a thing yet. Yeah, they're not a thing yet. I had a feeling, but I wasn't too sure. Right, let's try the Reddit thing again. CK3 Game of Thrones Reddit. Because I remember some really cool stuff happened with like Rhaenyra and everyone. So if I just type like JBD, and then we go by relevance. Here we go, guys. It was these two posts. So here, I remember this. So this was from the beginning of our series. So Daemon lost the war on the Stepstones, which I remember now, yes. And then He was slain into slavery. Yeah, it's down here. Magister Kostos of the Stepstone sold Damon to slavery. And then Caraxes was riderless. And then I think later on, Caraxes also left the Westeros and sailed to Valyria. And then if we go back, we have this one here as well, which is from my playthrough. Where Rhaenyra... Yeah, Rhaenyra inherited the crown. That's true. What's funny, though, is this guy says it's the good ending. But then, how old is she here? She's only 24. So what they didn't know is that 3 years later, Rhaenyra would die. It was kind of brutal. And then Caraxes fled as well. But yeah, and I don't think there's any more posts on it. I think it's just these two. But yeah, interesting stuff. You haven't watched since part 20? What have I missed? Watch the episodes. Karina, play Victoria free. I don't have all the DLC. Maybe I'll play it on Twitch in a month or so. How are the Blackwoods and the Brackens doing? The Blackwoods are doing good. In fact, the Blackwoods have Wynter DNA in them. The current mother of the Lord of the Blackwood Vale is a Wynter, which is cool. House Bracken. Joe, I've completely forgotten what the Bracken tree looks like. The coat of arms. I'm terrible. Ah, yeah, of course it's this one. Right. The Brackens, they control this land down in the Reach. So, wait, that's not what I'm trying to press, is it? What am I doing? Well, it seems like... Okay, you control this province up here in the Riverlands. Well, it seems like they don't border each other. Let's see. You have Southstone. Oh, no, they still do border each other. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong stuff. Yeah, they're right there. Bloody hell, I'm blind. Yeah, the Brackens are still doing good. Who's this? House Leicester seem to be taking over the Bracken territory. But both of these houses are still a thing. House Vance are doing very good over here. Very good. The Freys are still alive. The Mallisters are still alive. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is spoilers because we're doing a recap on all the houses. So if you don't want spoilers, I recommend don't watch it. Do I play FIFA? No. I stopped playing FIFA many years ago. And it was probably one of the better decisions I made in life. I didn't mind Ultimate Team back like FIFA 10-11 days, but I don't like what it's become nowadays. Plus, it's an infuriating game. Very tilting. I like to chill nowadays. Are there any other houses people want to check in on? I may have missed some. Man, the Tarleys come into power over here is just so satisfying. And they also have their normal lands as well. Wait, the Florence are down here? Tarleys have Old Town. The High Towers are gone. Interesting stuff. The Golden Grove is still very strong. I think they helped us in the war, actually. We seem to have a Tully branch down here. How's Dawn doing? I don't recognize this banner. Oh, it's a Martell banner. Okay. Except it's transparent. That's why it looked weird. Look, it's transparent. How does that happen? Roads to Power. I don't understand how Roads to Power broke the save because I'm playing on 1.12.5. Why does Roads to Power even affect that? It's not even for this version. But I can't actually load this save now. Maybe I'll quickly show you guys at the end. I don't want to restart the game now. But yeah, how's this doing? I think... Wait, is that the... Oh, I thought that was Red Forts then. The Red Forts are gone, actually, now that I mention it. They don't have land up here anymore. Oh, they are. They're all the way down there. Is Legend for the King completed? Maybe I'm being silly, but I don't understand. Like, do you mean the actual in-game legends? This stuff? We got it to tier 2. We never got it to tier 3. Yeah, let's check on the Danes. I do remember saying this earlier. Right, so for some reason, the Baratheons have Starfall. What happened there? One has happened here. So Lord Jaime inherited it of House Jordan. It's purely inheritance. The Danes have 23 living members, though. Do any of you have the sword? Nope. Oh, guys, do you remember in our early Dane series how much of a struggle it was to get the bloody sword before they changed how it worked. Man, that was rough. Wait, no one has the sword. What I could do, I have artifact. Where is it? Down here? I can't search though. What do I want to look for? Weapons. Oh, bloody hell. What's with all the excellent swords? We don't care about those. Man, there's a lot of excellent swords, right? What's it called again? I'm so bad with remembering names of things. When I see it, I'll remember instantly. I'm more of a visual person. Ah, Dawn. There we go. So who controls Dawn right now? Wait, is it Dawn? Inherited by you. And there's no way you can wield that, right? Yeah, he can't wield it. So he's just holding it. Yeah, I mean, Starfall is controlled by the Baratheons. That's some interesting lore. Because the Baratheons are also over here as well. So how they got into Dawn, I don't really understand. Wait, is that a Targaryen? How's Toland? The dragon is eating its tail. I don't think that's a very good sign. What else should we look at? Commander of the Black, the Karstarks control the Night's Watch. We looked at that earlier. Yeah, it's a bill of the patch. Wait, Adam mentioned something earlier? Oh, I might have missed that. But yeah, it was fine on my old PC, but when I swapped to the new PC, I think because obviously when I installed CK3, it installed the newest version with the patch. And for some reason, when I would go back to my other mods, it just broke them. And then I realized, after I recorded the last episode, that I couldn't even load the Wynter save without Road to Power being enabled, which is bloody stupid. That's never happened in another DLC, so I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's crazy. It's the same with other mods. I can only, even if I'm on the right version of CK3, I can only launch them if I have Roads to Power manually disabled. Which, other DLCs, the launcher would already do that automatically, so. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. The gardeners, right, let's check on the gardeners. I saw them earlier. They're down here. Well, old flowers, sorry. I don't think gardeners are actually a thing. Because they would have had to take High Garden to take the decision. But the old flowers, they're still here, the bastard branch. House Valerian. Ah, yes. So House Valerian, they still have Driftmark. However, they no longer have dragons. Who was the last Valerian dragon rider? I don't actually know. I guess we just have to keep going up. You weren't a dragon rider. You died of the pox. No dragon riders there. Wait, I should be checking siblings, right? Well, it's been a long time since we've had Valerian dragon riders, I feel like. Wait. I've gone the wrong way here. Valerian. Oh, it was your mother, sorry. Had siblings. I mean, you tried to tame a dragon by the looks of things. But it didn't go too well. Lord Aerin, he wasn't a dragon rider. Let's see, were any of his siblings dragon riders? I don't think so. Bloody hell, what the hell happened to you? Spotted fever, disfigured, wounded. Lord Valar. He was the last dragon rider of House Valerian. And he died? AC 193. 90 years ago. 90 years the Valerians have not had dragons. They really fell off, but at least they still have Driftmark, so they're still a thing. Let me scroll up a little bit, because I think I missed a few suggestions. I'm just working my way through them. You enjoyed the series? That makes me happy, Danny. It's one of my favorite series as well. I was really kind of sad when I booted up the save and the stuttering was so much worse, but then I realized the current state of the realm is actually, it's not a bad ending spot to leave on, so actually, I'm quite pleased with this series, how it ended. Do I have any idea about my next series for a Game of Thrones? I feel like if I don't do House Royce, there's gonna be a manhunt, because I've been saying I'm gonna do that for like probably 9 months or so now. But I'll be honest, I kind of want to save House Royce for Landless Play, because I have a really, really cool idea I want to do. So, we'll see, we'll see. My next actual series is going to be Lord of the Rings, though. So it gives me a little bit of time for the mod to update and whatnot. Advice on starting CK3. Honestly, everything you need to play the game, just go into settings, press game, change this to action lock. And then if you're ever unsure on a feature, like let's just hover, I don't know, this. Just middle click. If you want to understand culture, just hover it. And if you want to know more about counties, just hover it. You know, take your time. Everything is actually explained in the game. Like, what's top realm? The top realm is the realm of the top liege. Okay, what's a realm? A realm is all the land where the ruler controls. Like, everything is explained in game. Just don't be afraid to take your time. Like, I personally used to play on 1 and 2 times speed because I just loved getting immersed. And read everything. It's quite an intuitive UI. Don't worry too much about min-maxing. Just get immersed. Have fun. And then later on, if you get the itch, maybe watch some specific guides for stuff you want to do. But yeah, that's my advice. All you need is middle click, honestly. Like, what's a dynasty? There you go, it's explained. Some mods will even add on to this, which is cool. Right, I think I'm catching up. So we did the gardeners. Let me scroll down to chat. I'm going to catch up with you guys soon. Valerians we looked at. Yeah, we did that. 41 price. Yeah, I remember before the Dawn update, there were so many requirements. I even made a graphic, and then like 2 weeks later, they made an update to change how Dawn worked. My effort was wasted. House Clegane aren't a thing yet. I should play Total War. If you look at my channel, my first videos were actually Total War. I don't play it too much nowadays, though. The Iron Islands, we looked at them briefly. But the Greyjoys are still here. The Cods have got stronger. The Farwinds have got stronger, which is nice. The Black Tides are here. That's what I was coming across. Broke all my mods, waiting for the mods to update. Yeah, what you need to do, Jaeger, is obviously roll back to 1.12.5. And then in the Paradox launcher, also disable Roads to Power. It's weird. I don't understand why it's broken stuff, but it has. But there is a workaround, at least. Roads to Power series starts tomorrow. Yes! After this stream, I'm actually going to make a little community post just to post the live streams. I'm going to schedule them on Twitch. Will I be going back to Bannerlords? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I feel like whilst it's a good game, it's not giving me the same charm, and it's not pulling me in as much as Warband did back in the day. I think maybe as time has gone on and as I've grown up, maybe it's just my taste in games has slightly changed as well. But I might give it a fairer chance in the future. For now, I'm going to focus on CK3 because we have the new Roads to Power series, Lord of the Rings and stuff going on. Do I have some more series for a Game of Thrones planned? Yes. I have a massive list of series to do. A Game of Thrones won't be leaving the channel anytime soon. Don't worry. Landless House Royce, yes. Maybe I could go over my idea for that. Playing as a Bravosius Landus would be cool. Could be. I have no plans to branch into Essos yet, but maybe in the future. Am I planning to do any giveaways soon? Possibly. If I do giveaways, they're always in the Discord, and I don't announce them on YouTube because of giveaway bots that usually scalp the keys and whatnot. But I'm a bit broke. I spent all my money this month on the PC, so it's gonna be a long month. Did the Freys survive? Yes. The Freys are over here. I wanted to spend my money on the PC before I had chance to waste it, guys. But it's not that bad. I got a copy of Space Marine 2 for free with my CPU. So, it's worth it. I've been playing that a lot the last few days. What's the blade Ulla Greyjoy has? Oh, I think that's Red Rain. Yeah, it's Red Rain. Okay, so somehow he has obtained this. Huh. A House Rains do a thing. They surely existed back then, right? I think so. Yeah, I'm almost certain. Let's see. It would help if I could spell it. Now, House Rain, are they not a thing yet? Ah. When did they become a thing? I'm not sure how their dynasty actually started. I only know what happened afterwards. Does the Golden Company exist in the game? I'm not sure. But I think stuff like that will be fun with... Yeah, I mean, if it was, it's probably a mercenary company. But I don't think they exist yet. I could be wrong, though. Will my new series also have an intro like the one you made for this one? Yes. I've got a few cinematics recorded. Or actually, do you mean the Game of Thrones? A Game of Thrones, yes. But I haven't commissioned the music and whatnot for other mods. So, probably just in the Game of Thrones thing for now, but I do love it. If you look in the video descriptions as well, with the videos that have that intro, I've credited the two musicians that worked on that. Very talented. They also work on the A Game of Thrones mod music as well, which is so cool. Speaking of music, is there still music playing? Yes, it's just very quiet. Okay. Right, is there anything else we want to look at, guys? Because once I end this stream, I'm going to empty my mod folder because I have mods which are several months out of date and I need to update them all. Actually, I can't delete all of them because otherwise I won't be able to use things like Better Barbershop. Where is Solstice? What is Solstice? Oh, we need to look at the dragons as well. But we'll do the dragons after we're done with dynasties. Yeah, have to remind me what Solstice is. Nothing comes to my mind. Yeah, we're going to do the dragons. But if there's any more dynasties you want to look at, tell me now. Because once we look at the dragons, that'll be the last part of the stream. Bye-bye Winterlands. Man, it is satisfying. I wish there was some way to convert this to an updated version of the mod and whatnot and then start from scratch, but alas, it's not possible. It's not possible. Also, we have 39,000 characters. We need another Spring Sickness. Oh, you meant Soulfist, maybe. Okay, right, let's go on to the dragons. What's the bloody best way to do this? Soulfist. I understand now. Soulfist, it's fine. Are you on? Okay, before we look at the dragons, the problem is, if we look at stuff like this, I mean, we'll briefly look at the... I'll just go through this because I know some of you are interested in this stuff. I never cover this in the actual series because I like to just focus on my character in the stories. But yeah, it's going to be filled with dragons. Chieftain, the dancing snake of the Heartless. It's a wildling. He has 70 prowess. And then the next one is not even close. A Tiroshi with 58. I don't think we have any Wynters up there, do we? Unfortunately not. It's all good. It's all good, King of Rain. I'm terrible at names and spelling, and it probably was autocorrect as well. I was just a little confused and was trying to understand. Right, let's look at the dragons. So, what's the best way to do this? They don't have a dynasty tree, do they? No. So, if I go all the way back... When did you die? AC 43. So... Siblings? Malrax? Wait, no. Children? Wait, so there's gonna be... Wait, Quicksilver? Who do we want to start at here? Cannibal? Oh, bloody hell. Because we also... Oh, there's no easy... I wish there was a proper big dynasty tree, so... I mean, we'll look at these dragons first. They should have added dynasty tree for dragons. It would be cool, wouldn't it? So we could see everything a bit easier. Because we don't have Vagar's branch here. But we can manually look for Vagar after. We just have to click on a few dragons. Right. So, starting with Quicksilver. Was Quicksilver alive at the beginning? They weren't. So, I'm guessing the only child that was alive was Maylis. So, we'll look at Maylis's line first. How about that? So what happened to Maelys? She left for Valeria. She left for Valeria. Can I see her dragon riders? I can. So after Rhaenys, Lady Aira, a Valerian, did actually ride her. But she seemed to... Let's see if we do this. She died from stress. Okay, I think I remember this actually. Actually, no, you just seemed to have the same name as a Wynter. Right, okay, I was speaking rubbish. So Maelys, she didn't die. She left for Valeria. She had 4 children, one being Cyrex, of course. We have Sea Smoke, who left for Valeria. We have Darkfire, who also left for Valeria. And then we have Anogaron, which isn't a canon dragon, I don't think. So this is one that naturally hatched. Maybe Darkfire was as well. I'm not too sure, but we still have those. Right. Let's go down the Cyrex tree first. So Cyrex is still alive. They're in the dragon pit. They don't currently have a rider. 198. And they had many, many children. Wait, Queen Rhaenyra, sorry, was the last rider of Cyrex. No one else has tamed her since. That's kind of cool, actually. So we have Rothergon. Which, of course, Rothergon is currently in my dragon pit. And they have had, yeah, Wynters. So Lord Frederick was the last rider of Rothergon. And she has had 2 children. We have Ancalagon, who my brother currently rides into battle, 46. And then we also have Vaegul, who is the cannibal, the new cannibal, who is actually tamed and ridden by my son and heir, which is... Oh, I don't know. That's cool to me. I think that's cool. Also, didn't Vaegul kill dragons in our dragon pit at some point? Yeah, he ate Idonax. Man. But luckily, he's not in my dragon pit anymore. My son took him away. Probably for the better. So if we go back as well, we also have Laengar is still alive. 164. Untamed. They are in King's Landing. And they seem to have a few children as well. So we got Zuvdar without a rider. And then we got Laraxes as well without a rider. They look very cool. Very, very cool. Let's see. We have Alforio. 157. No rider for them. No children either. Their last rider was Princess Daenerys, the sleeping dragon. Wait, who's next? And then we have Ragagon. Oh, Rothergon. Oh, I confused Rothergon and Ragagon. Okay. So we had Ragagon here. Currently without a rider as well. How many kills do you have? Just the 1 kill. They killed Daeron Targaryen. Oh man, that's brutal. Many children as well. So we got Sovegon, who is currently being ridden by... You have children as well? Okay, but you don't have a rider. Neither do you. Let's see. Kelia 4 also has children. Bloodfire, Valax, Alatoraxes. Most of these... Wait, you're in the Notlands? Ooh. But most of these don't have riders. Wait, you had children as well? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, the Targaryens are riding you. Targaryen again. My grandson has bonded Stormworm, sorry. That's cool. And then let's see. I think Alatoraxes. You were Princess Nerys. My son's wife has a dragon. Which is very cool as well. Right, where do we get to? This is hard to follow along with, you know? What's that Kelia for? I'm not too sure. This is so... Wait. We looked at Alatoraxes. Right, so Elenixes. Without a rider. We got Viserion. I love just looking at the colours. We got Bantis here. No rider for you as well. Let's see. Sylviax here flew to Valeria. And they didn't have any children either. And then we got Lorcan. Also without a rider. Right, so that was Ragagon. Pentos the Radiant. They were killed by Laenor the Laughing Seahorse. Maybe that's why the dragon stopped being tamed by Valerians. Wait, was killed by Laenor and his dragon in a dragon duel. So I guess his rider was killed as well. Oh man. Pentos the Radiant. Such a nice looking dragon as well. Luckily, we didn't really have dragon on dragon combat. We got quite lucky. Razis here was slain by Lord Donna the Dragon Slayer in a duel. Crazy stuff. I think I remember this event popping up. They didn't have any eggs either. Let's see. Odikagon. No rider for you. We have Daimyo. The black and green is probably one of my favorite. Oh, the black and purple though. Yo, black in any color just looks so cool. No riders for you guys, unfortunately. Right, who else do we have here? You had so many children. Ilfax. I remember Ilfax, of course. Ilfax flew deep into the jungles of Sophorios. If we look at their riders, Lady Paramount Domina, the Feeble, and Lord Aragon the Chaste. A dragon loyal to the Wynters. Wait, I'm not done with that. Ilfax. We have Sapphire. Sapphire is my current dragon. She looks beautiful. She kind of reminds me of Suvion from the beginning of the series, which I guess we'll find them at some point. No. We won't, because they're there. Suvion never had descendants. Can we even look at Suvion? I guess if we go to Elric, we can find Suvion, actually. So we have Sapphire there. Sapphire, Idanax was eaten by Vhagar. And then we have Vermifax, who is currently being ridden by my other son, John. He looks cool, black with the white highlights. And then, of course, we have Skydancer. She looks... I love the pink horns, I don't know. And the pink eyes as well. They're so bloody cool. She doesn't have a rider, but she has 2 children. So Morgon is being ridden by Dominique, my granddaughter. And then we have Lecaxes. He is bonded to my grandson, Bromwinter. Very cool colors there. A little bit ugly, apparently, but I think they look beautiful. He looks beautiful. So that covers... Wait, where did we get to here? Oh, no, what did I press? I pressed the bloody... Right, Quicksilver, Melis, Cyrax. Oh, we're still in the Cyrax tree. So that was Ilfax, right. Fangreese doesn't have a rider, no eggs either. We're going to have to click extend every time. Raynor, 69 years old, no rider and no eggs. He was ridden by Prince Alix, the Silver Flame. We have Jehior. I can't pronounce some of these. Wait, you have a mate? Your soulmate's with Jack, was it? Okay. And they have a dragon there. Man, none of my dragons ever actually found a mate. And then Kelia 4 was eaten by... Wait, what? Oh, eaten by the dragon. I thought Lord Frederick ate the dragon. But his dragon ate the dragon. Wait, so which dragon was this? Oh, you can't check relationships because they don't exist. I don't think we can find Suvion. Oh, man, that's sad. I think there was only one dragon battle. Your brother slaying the scaly wife of a Carstar. Yes, I remember that. But we personally, like, our characters never did. Which I guess is good, but also maybe there's potential in the future for such things. I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing more dragons. It's so much fun. Right, I think we've checked. So is that all the children of Cyrax? Yeah, so the main ones we were interested in was obviously Ilfax. And Ilfax has our 2 main dragons, Sapphire and Skydancer. Man, getting Ilfax. I think Ilfax was our first female dragon, possibly. Was so good. So Sea Smoke flew away to Valeria before having any children. Sea Smoke was ridden by Lord Laenor. And then Alaris Valerian before leaving. We have Darkfire. He also flew away to Valeria. Lady Genera Valerian was the last rider. So all the dragons that the Valerians had just left. And then we have Anogaron. Let's see. No riders yet. You also have a mate. Okay. Let's see. Kelia 4. No riders. Princess Daenerys rode you. And then we have Firecatcher as well. You're bonded to Prince Aerys, the sleeping dragon, right? So is that... That's everyone from Melis. That's Melis's line, right. So if I go back far enough, so that was Quicksilver. So if we go to... You don't have any, right? Surely not. Yeah, all of these dragons died out. So we go to Cannibal. Cannibal didn't have any children as well. Cannibal grew to be very old. 234 and then died of old age. Man, Cannibal was an absolute menace towards the start of the series. So where do I want to go now? Meraxes, let's go to Nacerian. Vhagar. Yes, right. So Vhagar flew to Valeria at 208 years of age. I don't think I can check Suvion because Suvion didn't have any parents because they were just hatched from an egg we spawned. And dead characters don't have relationships. It's a shame. Unless you guys know another way I can check them. But I don't think we can. It's a little bit of a shame. In Elric's history notes. Oh, okay, we'll do that in a minute. I'll tell you what. Let me pin Vhagar and then we won't lose him. Let's go to Elric. History. It's gonna be down here somewhere, right? I bonded with Suvion. There's the beautiful dragon that started everything. He flew to Valeria. He only ever had one rider. Elric found him in the caves of Skagos. And they were loyal to one another until the end. Sure, I actually kind of like that Suvion only picked Elric. For a moment, I thought we would lose dragons and it would be a long time of trying to increase our power and then trying to get dragon blood and then retaming dragons. But we got very fortunate. We stole an egg, actually, right? That's how we survived. And then we had Soulfist. Oh, man. And then eventually we got a female dragon. But yeah, man, Suvion, this is where it all started. Sapphire kind of looks like Suvion, right? Oh, no, not Sapphire, sorry. No, yeah, it is Sapphire. Like, Sapphire kind of looks like Suvion. Just has a bigger vein on the neck. Which made me very happy. Very happy, I must say. Right, let's go back to Vhagar. So, Vhagar, Dreamfire, died of old age. Many of the children died. You were eaten by Cannibal. One of you said check the Cannibal kill list. So, let's quickly do that. Cannibal ate many, many dragons. 18 dragons and then one random bystander. So Dreamfire died of old age. Princess Raina was the only rider there. So all of these, let's see, eaten by Cannibal, killed by Cannibal, eaten by Cannibal. So Sheep Stealer died of old age. And no one ever tamed him. Him? Yeah, him. Interesting. Hurax, eaten by Cannibal. This was around the time where Cannibal was just... He was feasting in the dragon pit. Somehow the Targaryens captured him, and I think that was a mistake. Vandis is still alive. 176. A great drake. 199 size. So you're mates with Cyrax. Okay. So Razis, you were slayed by Lord Donna the Dragon Slayer in a duel. Ah, is that a different Dragon Slayer? No, that's the same one. I think we already looked at these, right? Yeah, we already looked at these. Okay, so there's some crossover, obviously, because they're both the parents. So that's Vandis. Viserion, he flew to Valeria. Did you have any riders? Prince Daeron the Fire rode you into battle. And then we have Telosian. I remember Telosian. He was in our pit for a small moment in the game, right? Yeah, Prince Aemond was his first rider and Lady Daenerys was the second. He decided to fly to the jungles with... I forget the other dragon that did that. I think Soulfist went there as well, actually. But yeah, Telosian left at the age of 96. He was done with everything happening in Westeros. Right, so that covers you guys. Vermithor the Bronze Fury. Let's see, King Jaehaerys rode you, as did Helena. Caraxes obviously flew to Valeria after Daemon vanished. No children to speak of. We have Grey Ghost. Grey Ghost is still alive. In fact, Jane Wynter is the rider of Grey Ghost. Very cool stuff. No children. We then have Sunfire, who doesn't have any riders. We have Tesserion, who again doesn't have any riders. No children either. Soulfist. There's the beautiful Soulfist. My cousin, Lord Oris, managed to tame the great beast after it fled our domain. After the death of Alexandra and Elena, the corpse licker, Soulfist needed some time to grieve, but has now been tamed. Once he had 217 size. Soulfist is one of the bigger dragons, actually. Did you have children? No. And then we have Istilugul. No riders there after the king. You are mates with Anna Goranvo, and you've had 2 children there, which we've already looked at. So who does that leave us? Did we just look at, was it Vermithor? Yes, so Soulfist was the child of Vermithor. That's cool. Oh, I love that most of the dragons are connected to canon dragons. Like, we didn't play so long that it's super distant. Let's see, Silverwing. So, Alessandra Targaryen and... Oh, Amiana Waters. I remember this. She wasn't alive for very long, though. Because they revealed her heritage or something, and then there was some drama there. But Silverwing died of old age. Silverwing died recently. 14 years ago. Because I remember I didn't join the rebellion at first because I was scared of Silverwing. But then Silverwing died. And then I joined the rebellion. We don't tell the Targaryens that though. They don't know that. Caraxes, we already looked at you. Grey Ghost, I think we looked at. Sunfire. I think we looked at all of these already. Yes. So you must have been mates. We have Rafarian. They're still alive. 191 size. 1 child. Rhaegal. Valerians and Targaryens there. No Dragon Rider to speak of. And then lastly... No, not lastly. We have Moonshadow. Oh man, Moonshadow's grown up now. Moonshadow is tamed by a Wynter. Holy crap. 168 years of age as well. No children. But the Wynters have so many big dragons now. For sure. If all the Wynters united, they could do anything they wanted. And then we have Nessarian. They flew to Valyria, but not before having 4 children. So we have Vadergon. No rider here after Valar of Valerian passed away. We have Thyrax. Let's see. Lady Rhaela of House Valerian rode him. Sunshine is ridden by a Targaryen. We have Ancalion. Isn't that one of our named dragons? My cousin Lady Aelys has tamed Ancalion. Another bit. 158 dragon size. 121. We definitely have the bigger dragons. It's very cool. And then, of course, we have this name, which I can't pronounce. No children and no rider there. All of these dragons have mates. None of mine did. That's unfair. Anyway, right. Going back. Right. So, no. That's Suvion. I think we were looking at Vhagar. Oh, we're done with Vhagar. So, is there any more dragons to look at? It's just Meraxes and Vhagar, right? I think that covers all the dragons. Unless we go down Balerian's like... No, he never had eggs, of course. So I think that's all the dragons in our playthrough. We certainly... I tell you what. Let's check a moment. I want to see. So if we go Dragon Riders... I want to see. So there's definitely like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9 Wynter Dragon Riders. And only 6... Targaryen Dragon Riders. And if we look at their dragons, size 40. Your dragon... Okay, Sovagon is 157 size. Yeah, we already looked at this. So they have one big dragon. Let's see, what's your dragon looking like? Yeah, 92. Yeah, it's okay. Nerys. Her dragon, 69. Nice. Aegon. 41. Yes, they're not that big. 53. Whereas if we look at the Wynter dragons, like 88. Okay, Sapphire's not huge, but that's fine. Caden's dragon, also not huge. 69 as well. Vhagar, they're both young. Isn't it John that has a big dragon? 52. Okay, most of them are medium. Oris. Your 217 Solstice. Like, that's huge. Let's look at Orion. Orion has Ancalagon 60, so we have a lot of medium-sized dragons. Dominica. Morgan as a baby dragon. Jane Wynter. Look, Grey Ghost, 228. Grey Ghost and Solstice could carry a war for Wynter if they ever needed to. That's crazy. Amira Wynter. She has Moonshadow. Again. The crazy stuff. And then Ancalion. Yeah, the Wynters have the best dragons. Without a doubt. But yeah, oh, it's so cool. Would have loved to see a war between the Wynters and Targaryens. Even if we continued the series, though, I think that war wouldn't have come about for a long time. Because as I've, it's so stable. Like, my daughter is married to the king. My son and heir is married to the king's sister. So the Wynters and Targaryens are very much in line at the moment. So unless we absolutely forced it, I don't think it would have made sense. It's very cool. Unless, like, some outside force came in and threatened things, or somehow someone claimed a large dragon, I think not too much would have happened. Yeah, some of the Targaryen members are also have winter blood as well. You're right. So I like that everything came together at the end, even though we had to end it because of things outside of my control. Maybe the old gods were hinting at something. And to be honest, I feel like my favorite part of CK3 is building up and getting to this stage. When it comes to pushing for the Iron Throne, I find I stop having fun. Maybe it would, if we still had hostility with the Targaryens, I think it would have made sense here and I would have had a lot of fun. But oftentimes when it comes to taking the Iron Throne, unless I purposely make a story, then I don't try. What year did I start? I don't even remember. It was the start date where Viserys and Daemon start. Was it like 120 something? I think. Let's see. Wait, AC 66? Huh. 100? Somewhere about there. In fact, we could even check, can't we? It doesn't take 10 seconds. We started in 106. There we go. So we played for a fair bit, especially with how slow I play. But yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to look at? We've checked the dragons. We've checked most of the big dynasties. Anything else you want to look at before we say goodbye to this series? I think all my future like Game of Thrones series, I should do streams like this at the end as well. I like it. The highlight for me has to be what's happened down here with the Tarleys taking Old Town. That's crazy. Imagine we could take this save and we start as a Old Town, a high tower. Just like a landless high tower, and our quest is to take back the high tower. And Old Town. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, what I could also do. So my idea for the Royce playthrough is obviously, I was looking into the history of the Royces when they were kings of the Vale. And I want to make an unlanded bastard. He's going to have the same banner, maybe slightly different. And it's going to have the words, I remember. Because after they started serving the Targaryens, they even become quite loyal to them. And I wanted this guy to be landless somewhere down here. And basically, he's not happy with the Royces bending the knees to the Targaryens. He wants the Royces to be kings of the Vale once more. And so he's going to try and take over Runestone. And then from there, try and take back the Vale, become a king. And who knows, maybe even a quest to obtain dragon blood. And end the Targaryens and make them serve him. I think there's some potential there. I haven't looked at the details too much, but I think it makes sense to start as landless rather than landed. Like, I could just make the character and start like in Bronzeguard or something. But I don't know. I feel like I want to be landless for that story. So I may have to postpone the Royce playthrough, guys. Don't hate me too much. Yeah, I think I like this recap. Well, if there's nothing else you guys want to look at, I guess we could do a quick overview of stuff like this. So we have the, can you not look by a house? We have the faith map here. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many bloody... Wait, what am I doing? What did I press then? I don't know. I didn't realize there were so many old god holy sites in the south. That's cool. But Faith of the Seven is very much widespread, of course. The old gods are darted about here. I didn't realize how many people in the north converted to the Seven. Bit of a problem there. In fact, Faith of the Seven has even spread to the Iron Islands. Interesting stuff. It's starting to spread in the Stepstones as well. So the old gods is a dying faith, it seems. Which is a shame. As for cultures, the Mega War messed with our culture. All of my vassals, I think, were actually going to convert to Northman Valerian. But then the Mega War happened, which made all of my vassals independent. And so they didn't convert with me. But I think, ignoring that, I think it's safe to say the Winterlands is Northman Valerian. If that didn't happen, we would have been fine. Houses is what I wanted to look at. Can I not go one deeper than Targaryen? No. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, culture. I mean, things are split in the north, but they all wanted to be North Valerian. I know it. You guys know it. But I'm surprised at how much the faith has broke. That's kind of crazy. Have a pint on me to celebrate the end of a great series. Thank you, Roy Meester. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I appreciate the 5 viewers. Thank you. I should do a series as Bitter Still and form the Golden Company. Possibly. We'll have to see what happens when they update it for Landless. We'll see what we can do. But I think the Landless Royce playthrough is something high up on the list. How about an unlanded peak who wants to regain his family's power? We could do that. I mean, it's kind of similar to the Royce stuff, right? So, I think there'll be a lot of potential. And I realized Roads to Power is really good for me because, as I said, I enjoy the early game and the building up the most. I feel like it's where all the grand stories stem from, and I don't like to plan too much. So it's very exciting because I don't know where the game's going to take me. And Roads to Power is perfect for extending the early game. Maybe the series are going to get even longer, probably. But yeah. I wonder how long Lord Paramounts will live. This one? I don't think he's got many years. Oh, his health is fine again. The lad's been infirm. He fought another war and he's feeling fine. That's crazy. We have so many benefits. And I don't even try for benefits. When will the next playthrough begin? For a Game of Thrones, I don't know. In general, tomorrow I'm going to be live streaming my base game Roads to Power series. So episode 1 of that is probably going to be uploaded on Wednesday or Thursday. It's a new format, so I might need a little bit of extra time just to work out my workflow with that. But I'm also going to start recording the Lord of the Rings series soon. Either Wednesday or Thursday. So that should also be uploaded, let's say Thursday or Friday. So we got 2 new series starting this week. I'm just not sure when they will be uploaded. And then after Lord of the Rings, I want to jump back into Game of Thrones. Hopefully enough time will pass for them to update the Roads to Power. Hot Pie unlanded playthrough when? Who knows? We could. Maybe his quest is just to visit all the great bakeries in Westeros to improve his craft. We could do a playthrough where we just play him his one lifetime. That would be cool. I think. He'll be a Walder Frey and live to his 90s. Yeah, this guy's insane, actually. I didn't realize he was feeling fine again. And like, our stats are so good. Even though I don't really try to min-max, we've ended up with very good stats. That's why I don't try to selectively breed for traits and stuff. Like, things will naturally happen over time, which is what I enjoy. Don't expect a comp patch. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a while. But luckily, I take a while to play my series. I always think something would take like 3 or 4 weeks. And then here I am 6 to 8 weeks later with no end in sight. So I always underestimate how long it takes me to play the game. I think that's because I don't like to work super hard towards a specific ending. And my goals change as the characters change. So I like to play dynamically. It's how I enjoy the game. I've said it before, but like, I see CK3, it's kind of like fossils. When you pick up a fossil on the beach and maybe you see a little bit out of the stone and you gotta slowly chip away to reveal it. That's how I treat stories in CK3. You gotta let it slowly release itself or reveal itself to you. But yeah, look at our prestige. 51 prestige per month is out of control. And yet we only have one dragon egg in the court as well. Look at all of these buffs. 50% just from being Sapphire's rider. Man. 40% from this holy site? Wow. So cool, honestly. Took you 12 days to catch up to the series. I wish I could have called up sooner, but I could have made name suggestions. The good thing about name suggestions is just stick them on part 1, because I can show you guys quickly because I haven't deleted it yet. When I get a name suggestion, I add it to this. So channel members will always get priority. It's just an extra thank you to them. But everyone else, I add your names to the list. And I do it on a first come, first serve basis. So if I was to have another daughter, Emerald Crown, I would use their suggestion. And then this one, and then this one, and this one. But yeah, I maintain it. So also, when someone tries to be cheeky and request extra names, I search for their username to make sure they're not cheating the system. Because, I mean, this series was popular. There's a lot of names here. But yeah, I note them all down. So just leave them on part 1 and I'll use it in the future. But yeah, right. Anything else we want to look at, guys? I'm surprised. We streamed for 2 hours. I thought it might take a bit longer, but I guess the majority of it was actually checking on the Wynter dynasty tree. It was so bloody massive. Should we take one last look at that? I can't even fill it all onto one screen. It's actually already, look, it's already lagging. That took a long time to load. The tree is massive. I can't extend all of these because it would simply take too long. But that's awesome. Just for like 200 years of gameplay or something. Crazy. Is House Stark still alive? Yes. I covered them earlier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend this afternoon probably timestamping. So if you want to check back later this evening, there should be chapters and I'll timestamp all of the houses we looked at. So you can go right to like the Stark section or whatnot. It'll take me a little bit to do that, but I don't mind. Great playthrough. I agree. I agree. I think I'm going to go eat some soup. And then I got to plan stuff. I need to put together mod lists for the next series. But yeah, guys, thank you for the series. I just want to finish saying thank you because honestly, like, this series has been probably the best performing on the channel. And I don't check the performance stuff too much because the main thing for me is to have fun. I think I make the best series when I'm having the most fun. But the fact that 2,000 people were still watching 39 episodes in every day is bloody insane. I don't even know if I have known 2,000 people's names in my lifetime. It's honestly insane. So thank you for that. Hopefully I can continue to entertain you all and have fun for many years to come. Because I love CK3. There's so many playthroughs I have to do just in a Game of Thrones. And then all the other mods as well. It's so cool. But yeah, thank you guys. It's been a special series to say the least. No Rory Endeavor, it's always an optional thing. You know, it's never required, it's always optional. The main thing for me is you guys enjoy the series and I enjoy making them. That's the focus. I want to show that you don't have to be amazing at games to have fun and experience a story. Right. Second favorite series after the Black River series. Oh, the Black River series was fun. I get distracted. I'm actually working on a mod right now. I have it somewhat functioning. I just have one issue where every single playthrough I've done and custom house, I have made a sub mod for Game of Thrones. So that if you were, for example, to start in 106, the Wynters would actually spawn on Suvian Hall. And I have the DNA of Elric. So Elric Wynter was spawned on the map. Likewise, later on, down in, was it Hammerford? John Blackriver will also spawn down here, so you can interact with him. I also have the Bloomfields, like down in the reach somewhere. Where was the Bloomfield Hills? Over here. So the Bloomfields spawn over here. What I want to do, which is going to take a long time as well, is the main branch of the Wynter dynasty. I've also started adding them in, so that if you were to play in, let's say, the Crown Stag start date, you would see the main Wynters and their family tree. I don't think I'm gonna make it so they control the Winterlands though. Just keep them on Suvine Hall or something. I don't know how to integrate that. But yeah. So if you ever wanted to use it, you could, but it's also for my future series. So if my future series, I can interact with the Black Rivers or the Bloomfields or the Wynters. And over the years, we're going to have all these cool little houses, which are like memories and lore. I don't know. It's awesome. But I suck at making mods as well. The problem I have at the moment is I can't get the correct beards to show for John. And when it does show it on John, every single person in the game, man or woman, has John's beard. Which obviously isn't right, so. But yeah, I might have to make a small sacrifice and just forget the beards and stuff. But I can get the correct DNA so the faces look the same. But yeah. I don't know, I thought it's just something cool for the long term. But yeah, having everyone with John's beard and hair is a bit... That's a bit too much, I think. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. You like the way... I do try. That's why I'm going to experiment with Twitch, because... I mean, you guys will see the next week. But yeah, I'm going to record Lord of the Rings like normal and then stream Roads to Power on Twitch to see how I can balance it. Because I know some people don't like the live interactions and the recorded stuff, so we'll have to see how to edit it out. A man of many skills. I like to think that I'm average at a lot of things, but I'm good at nothing. I have so many interests where I randomly branch out, but yeah. Yeah, the JBD lore, I guess we could call it. But man, I just like to think in 5 years how many custom characters we'd have. Am I going to post a Twitch VOD? So what the plan is, John, is I'm going to stream on Twitch, and then, let's say for 3 hours at a time, and then I will cut that 3 hours down into 3 episodes. And I'm also going to see how feasible it is to edit out me interacting with the live chat. So the people watching on YouTube, it will literally be like a normal video. However, I also get to expand to Twitch. Just in case anything did ever happen to the YouTube channel, I don't have all of my eggs in one basket. Kind of thing. Because right now I do absolutely everything through YouTube. So if anything ever happened to the channel, it would kind of be a... catastrophic. I wouldn't want to lose everything. But yeah. But it'll all be uploaded and used as daily videos. What that will also allow me to do is sometimes get a bit ahead. So if I wanted to take a week break, I can. Because right now I don't take off more than 1 or 2 days in a row. Because of how the daily uploads work. But yeah, if that seems to work fine, it's fine. What I might have to do is just go live on Twitch, speak to viewers between episodes, but then have parts where I just act like a normal video for 20 minutes and then do it that way. We'll see. I'll work it out. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's going to be an experiment. Worst case scenario, though, it doesn't work out and we still have the normal Lord of the Rings stuff. Should I watch Game of Thrones? I think you should. I think it's a good series. And if anything, if you like the series, then maybe it will get you to read the books. I've started reading them. Granted, I'm terrible at getting motivation to read, but I have started, and it's a very cool universe. Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings are probably my 2 favorite worlds to get immersed in. I really enjoy them. So, yeah, give it a watch, you know? Things start off a little bit slow, but the story's worth it. Especially the earlier seasons, I really enjoyed them. House of the Dragon, if you haven't watched that, is kind of good as well. You know? It has its downsides, but there's still some really good stuff in there. I just wish there was a bit more fighting in season 2. I felt like we waited half the season for a fight that never came. But the actual dragon fight we got, what was it called? The Siege or something? I forget the name. But that was cool. I won't say anything, spoilers, but yeah. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to deal with the timestamps later on. Probably in a few hours I'll go through the stream and timestamp everything. Thank you for a good series. Hopefully we'll have many more to look forward to in the future. But if you want to watch tomorrow on Twitch, I'm going to go live at around the same time. I'll post a community announcement later today as well. Going over that and the schedule and whatnot. But thanks for watching. Let's all have a toast to House Wynter, and may Westeros live in peace for its remaining days. I'll see you next time.